What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. So apparently, Public Enemy is still together. They didn't actually break up. It was all a hoax. Look, I don't even know where to begin. I just can't take hip hop anymore. I seriously can't. I'm so like fed up with the bullshit. Um, those that um, those that know me, those that have followed me for years, pretty much know where I'm gonna go with this video. But I'm gonna go into how this was brought up. Okay. I found this out on the little Google News for You tab, and on Billboard.com they had a article talking about how Chuck D said that he fired Flava Flav. Well, that didn't really happen. He didn't really fire him. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of the article here and then give you my thoughts. Okay, so it says, so remember when Public Enemy fired Flava Flav? Yeah, that didn't actually happen. Chuck D sat down with Talib Kweli and People's Party, which I reluctantly watched, to talk about the messy fiasco, which stemmed from Flava's reps issuing a cease and desist letter to Bernie Sanders' campaign following news that Chuck would perform at his rally. Flava don't know the difference between Bernie Sanders, Barry Sanders, or Colonel Sanders, he joked, before adding, we already talked about this beforehand. Public Enemy radio went up. His lawyer sent a cease and desist. I'm like, good move. Then publicly, I'm like, man, you don't sue me again. He ain't suing me, but I can't say it. I'm not saying it's a hoax. I'm saying the original intention was to get your intention. When Kweli noted that Flava said he can't be fired, Chuck agreed, and Chuck said, he can't, he's a partner. He went on to reveal that the non-feuding duo, on the contrary, have music in the works. The upcoming album's lead single, Food as a Machine Gun, is arriving on April 1st. It has a chance to be probably the most significant hip-hop record of our time. Let me say this. I watched that People's Party video, like I said, reluctantly, because I don't really fuck with Talib Kweli anymore. But I had to find out what the fuck this was all about. So I watched it. And essentially what Chuck said in that interview was, he goes, bad news garners more attention than good news does. And to an extent, I do agree with him. Actually, I really do agree with him, most of what he's saying there. So what he did was essentially troll the fans, okay? And let me say this. Like I said earlier, y'all know where I'm going with this if you follow me. Look, I'm not a fan of that bullshit. I've done a video on this type of thing before, when Mobb Deep tried the same thing, when Havoc and P were both beefing with each other and all this nonsense, and then it turned out that it was just a joke. And it's like, listen, these niggas come from an era where you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Nowadays, where everybody's all funny style and everything, yeah, I expect that from some of these niggas, but not Public Enemy, especially with the content that they put out. Like, I get Flava Flav was sort of like lighthearted and everything. Or is lighthearted. I get it, but The fucking music needs to stand on its own. This shit, it turns me off even more. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, April Fools, you know what I mean? Like, stop. This is fucking stupid. It's just ridiculous. I can't fucking take it anymore. I don't know. And to me, I think that there's more to this too, because Chuck D had originally said, when he was performing the Bernie Sanders shit, and this quote unquote beef was going on, he was talking about, oh well, yeah, I'm performing here, but I hate the two-party system and this and that. And it's like, well, I mean, I'm so fucking confused. Like, why would you perform for someone that's running under the two-party system, like, and then come back? I think it's just kind of to feed into that aspect of what he said, so he seems correct. That's just one theory I have. So it's like, yeah, well, I didn't really want to do it, you know what I mean? Because he did kind of hint at it if you watch that interview with Talib Kweli. He's like, yeah, whatever, yeah. He kind of tried to make light of it. It's like, dude, that on its own would have garnered attention. You know what I mean? Like, you being at a Bernie Sanders rally, because you're a celebrity. They're going to prop you up. So it just doesn't, oh God. Yeah. I'm going to go listen to that song, because it is April. It's currently, I think, April 2nd now. I'm going to see if that song is up. I saw someone leave a comment saying that that is whack, but I'm going to go listen for myself. Now, this song had better be fucking, Melly Mel's, Grandmaster Flash's The Message Part 2. If it's anything short of that, man, like, this whole thing isn't going to be worth it. To me, it's a blemish. It's just fucking stupid. And I would put it right on the same level as Flava Flav being fired. You know what I mean? Like, it's corny. Chuck D is supposed to be above this sort of these sort of antics to me. Whatever. I don't know what else to I don't know what else to tell you, man. Like, first rocking with Bernie Sanders, and then this and that. Well, let me downplay it. Nah, I'm just gonna troll you. Ha ha ha, he he. Like, whatever. And to think you would put fans in this predicament, like, oh, let me see where who people side with, and let me see what people will say. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is hip hop for you, man. This is why I don't want anything to do with any of this shit anymore. I hope this is crystal clear to some of y'all out there, because a lot of you ask me, why don't I review? Why don't I, talk about certain things? This is exactly why. All right. So anyway, y'all know the deal. Be safe out here with this Chinese Wuhan virus that's going around. Be safe out there, please. And that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love. Leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Please follow me on Brighteon and BitChute. Please share this video on all platforms if you can, to stop YouTube throttling, excuse me. And that's it. Peace, bitches.